For many years, the United Way of Madison County has been an indispensable element in our community. We've visited numerous times with Nancy Vaughan, learning of their initiatives to improve the quality of life for us. Well, today she joins us now as Chief Operating Officer of the Heart of Indiana United Way, and brings with her Jinny Marsh, President and CEO of Heart of Indiana United Way. That's a new entity born of two organizations joining the Madison and Delaware County chapters. Ladies, thanks for joining us. Nancy, this sounds like a win-win for everyone. Would you share with us how it actually came to be?
Well, about 4 years ago, I invited some of my colleagues, neighboring United Ways, together to talk about how we might be able to work smarter instead of harder, because we were all working pretty hard and often trying to do very much the same thing or very similar things in our own communities. So we just started a conversation. Are there ways that we can work together more so that we can share resources and do more in our communities? And that really was the frame. It was about 4 years ago. So we had a lot of conversation. Kind of started out as maybe a support group a little bit. We're working hard. There's so much to do. There's so many needs. This is getting so hard. How can we do this better? And then turned into some really serious conversation about what kind of structure could better support the work in our communities. And after a couple of years, we invited our board leaders into the conversation, and then we got really serious about thinking about um, in terms of United Way work across the region, because people frequently live and work in different communities. They cross county lines. We all have similar things we're struggling with, and let's see if we can't do more with what we've got.
Jenny, when you first heard this concept, what was your reflection?
Like Nancy said, I mean, we are all just burning our candle at both ends, and we had the opportunity to expand into Henry and Randolph counties from Delaware County. And so we're trying to figure out how to navigate being a 3-county United Way. And this just made more and more sense. How might we condense those back office operations and functions, continue to keep our overhead low, which our overhead is low, and really come together from a position of strength? We are two very strong United Ways that have been leaders in the state and in the network across the country. And so, it became really abundantly clear that we had some real synergy. And I don't know if you know this, but Nancy Vaughan is cool. I mean, she is a cool lady. And anytime I get to spend time with her, I feel uplifted, inspired. She has a great entrepreneurial spirit that just helps us kind of approach things differently, thinking about things in different ways, and also looking at, how do we run with the willing? How do we lock arms and really get things done? Because across the heart of Indiana, nearly half of all households cannot make ends meet. And that status quo is just not good enough. We've got to make sure families and individuals are supported and have the resources they need. And, a really strong United Way that can leverage resource development and impact products to better meet those needs is going to help ensure their success.
Does this mean that you'll be sharing office space in the near future?
Neither office is really big enough to do that, but we also want to stay grounded in our communities. So we will keep both offices open. We have now a combined board that represents people from across the 5-county area. So thank goodness for things like Zoom, tools like Zoom. We can meet across a bigger region more easily, but we also, it's not far to Muncie. We go back and forth, and we have room for people to come back and forth and meet. So it's a little bit different dynamic.
Are other regions throughout the Midwest doing this?
I think across the country, you're seeing more and more mergers and collaborations. When you look at it, Brett, I mean, a United Way in every single county, that's not efficient, and particularly in smaller rural communities that have one person that has to do it all. It's showing a lot of burnout, a lot of turnover, and so the more neighbors can help neighbors and come alongside each other and work together, the more efficient and effective we can all be.
For our listeners who won't realize how this will directly benefit them, could you lay some of that out?
A couple of things that Jenny and I have talked about a lot over the years are there are things each of us is doing that the other wants to do. And we couldn't because we didn't have the resources to kind of replicate. So our initiative, I think, as you know, over the last few years has been the Thrive Network. And that has been a coaching model really focused on helping people become financially stable. And Jenny has wanted to expand that across her now 3-county footprint for a couple of years. They have done some great work with early childhood and grade level reading in Delaware County that I have wanted to figure out how to bring here for the last couple of years. There have been initiatives that each of us has done in our community that we've talked about over the last couple of years that we would like to replicate across counties. In Madison County, as you know, we've built the Thrive Network, which is focused on financial stability and helping people through a coaching relationship. In Delaware County, they've done some great work with early learning and grade level reading that I have wished we had the resources to replicate over here. So now that we're coming together, we can really share our learnings with the Thrive Network to expand it across the 3-county region. And hopefully we can bring that early childhood learning across the whole region and especially to Madison County because we know we need that here. And one of the exciting things that we are getting ready to launch is combining these two things, the coaching, relationship building with the early childhood through a 2-generation approach and partnering with child care centers with coaches. So that's just an example of how we can take what each of us has and build on that. And that's really the whole point of doing this. When we started out, we said it's not about cost cutting, it's about doing more. It's about being able to do more with what we have.
You know, time goes so fast for us when we're doing this, and there's so much more to know. I'll ask you both for some parting thoughts before we close. Jenny?
Well, I would just say, across the heart of Indiana, there's a culture of neighbors helping neighbors. And that's what this is all about. It started with my neighbor, Nancy, calling a meeting of our neighboring United Ways to see how we might help each other out. And here we are coming together to do more and be more for the people across Delaware, Fayette, Henry, Randolph, and Madison counties.
We connect with a lot of different partners in a lot of different ways. So that old model is United Way just raises money and divides it out among agencies. That's not really what we do. We do fund agencies, but we fund the agencies for the collective work that we're doing together. And so as we try to reach out and engage more people and more populations, that has changed. So we have Thrive partners, but we also have partners connected through the Community Access Network who do more of the basic needs supports. We have more partners that we put with the Economic Relief Initiative funding through the COVID. We added even more to that. So United Way is it's not just this umbrella for a specific set of organizations. It's the connector for the community. And we connect the nonprofits, but we're also connecting businesses to opportunities. And we're doing a lot more. It's not just going to businesses and saying, hey, will you donate money? We work with Hoosier Park in a lot of ways, First Merchants Bank, Community Hospital, NTN. Their people look for opportunities to connect in the community, and we provide that. We talk to our partners about their corporate social responsibility initiatives. What do you care about, and what are we doing that is going to help you accomplish that mission, and how can you plug in? So it's really a partnership across public, private, nonprofit sectors.
If people want to learn more about Heart of Indiana United Way, I would just encourage them to visit us at heartofindianaunitedway.org to find out more about the work we're doing together.
I think one thing I would add for the people who are used to working with us and working with the staff for United Way, all the staff are still here. Their jobs may have changed a little bit, but mostly the staff is becoming more focused. So Jenny talked about everybody doing a little bit of everything. We're trying to not have people have so many things on their plate they don't know what to do first, but so they can be more focused around specific initiatives. So a little bit of that, but mostly all the people are still connected to the partners that they've been connected with. So don't think anybody's gone. We're not.
The other thing that we have been asked and will no doubt come up again is, can my dollars stay local, and absolutely. I mean, we're in this to partner with donors and volunteers, and where your passion most lies. If you really care about Thrive and the Thrive Network, and you see how it's turning lives around there in Madison County, and you want to make sure it's available to families all across all 5 counties, we can make that happen. If you want to make sure that grade level reading work comes into Madison County, we can make that happen. If you want to make sure that your dollars stay where you live, work, play, we can make that happen. So we are here to partner with you and make lasting change for the communities.
Nancy Vaughan and Jinny Marsh, our thanks to you for your efforts to make our community a better place to live. Thanks for listening. That's the latest buzz of Madison County.